Hey crafters! So I want to show you a project that I just finished up working on. Ta-da! This is designed by Crochet, but I just love this bag and I think it's so cute the way it turned out. It's got a strap here. But anyways, what I want to talk about this bag is if you look up close here, you can see these stitches that are longer. So there's a whole bunch of single crochet as I worked in the round in this bag, but there's these stitches that are longer, and if we kind of turn it sideways, you can see that they've got some 3Dness to them. They're worked kind of on top of other stitches. So I want to talk about that today. This is called a front post stitch. You could do front post stitches with double crochet or treble crochet, and I feel like there's probably a way you can do it with single crochet. I haven't used that in a project because I'm not sure how that would turn out. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and talk about how to do the front post double crochet stitch today, and then you can apply the same method to doing the front post treble crochet. And so this will give you some nice stitches that kind of help you create different patterns where it'll work down in front of your other stitches. And then also this will be helpful because if you come across a pattern that you see it in, it'll be abbreviated like FP for front post, and then either DC or TR, whether it's double crochet or front post treble crochet. So let's get started. So here I am. I'm going to work in two colors so you can see this more clearly. I've got this nice blue. I just did some double crochet going across, and now I'm starting my second row, and I've already done 2 double crochet. So now let's talk about how to do the front post double crochet. What's cool about this is really the only thing you change from doing a double crochet to doing a front post double crochet is where you insert the hook. So the first step is you yarn over, just like with a double crochet, and if we were doing a normal double crochet, we would come in at the top here. So we might go through both loops, we might go through just the back loop, we might go through just the front loop, but you get the idea that normally we go through right here, kind of in this little hole here. But when we do a front post, we're going to go ahead, it's kind of how the name implies. The word front gives you the idea that the stitch is going to sit in front of the other stitches, and then post is telling us where we're going to work. This is the post of a crochet stitch, so it means instead of inserting up here, we're going to insert our hook right down here and just go behind it. So from right to left, we go around the post of the hook. I'll show you that again. So instead of going on the top here, we're going to come around the post or the body of the stitch. And then I'm just going to complete my double crochet like normal. So I'll yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now let's look at this for just a moment and kind of what this does. You can see right now that it's kind of pulling this bottom guy up and forward some. And you can also see that if you look from this way, that now you have this gap where you normally would have worked the stitch right there. So you kind of have a gap, so it creates some different textures on the front and the back. Something else you might notice is because these are all double crochet here, they're all going to be the same height. However, we started this one lower down at the bottom, so you might notice it kind of bending these other stitches in. So that's just some observations. Let's go ahead and we'll do a couple more regular double crochet stitches so you can kind of see what it will look like. So now if I'm counting each of these as a stitch and I want to have the same number of stitches in this row as I did in my first row, when I go to insert my hook in the top for a double crochet, just a normal one, I want to look from the back because see, we don't want to go in there. Even though it looks like that might be where we want to go, that's part of the double crochet that we want around. You can see how we want to round it there. So instead of inserting my hook right here, I'm going to insert my hook here and then just complete a double crochet like normal. So this will kind of help even out the pattern if we do another stitch. You can kind of see how the bottom row, it's kind of straightening out, but now you've got this cool stitch that's in the front, and that's called a front post double crochet. Let me do one more regular double crochet, and we'll do the front post double crochet again. So start just by, like normal, by yarning over. Then we're going to look at where our next spot is to go. You might be confused whether you go here, here, or here. But the easy way to figure out which is the correct spot to go is if you look at the top, here's where you would normally go. You'd go in there. So we don't want to go in there, we want to go around the post. So we're just going to follow it down and the post is right there. So we're going to insert our hook from right to left, and the hook goes behind it. And then we're going to yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, just like when we do a normal double crochet. The only difference is where we insert the hook. So instead of going around the top, we're going around the post itself. And then I'm just going to finish this row off with some double crochet. And keep in mind, again, we don't want to go in here if we want to have the same number of stitches in this row as in the previous row. So I'm going to skip there and go in here. So I just finished doing double crochet stitches along the side there. And you can notice the 2 front post double crochet pretty easily. They kind of pop out just a little more. So what's cool about the front post is it gives it some more dimension and more texture. And there's also lots of really fun patterns. I'll go ahead and I'll show some different ideas that you can use when you do a front post stitch. But now you know how to do the basic stitch itself. So hey, now you know how to do the front post double crochet. And I'll go ahead and throw out there that the same ideas apply if you're doing a treble crochet and you want to do it as a front post stitch. You just follow the steps for how you normally do a treble crochet. Just when you go to insert the hook, you follow the same idea as we did today, where you just put it around the post. Hence it's called front post double crochet or triple crochet or whatever you're doing. So I hope that inspires you, and then in a video that'll be coming out soon, I'm going to give you some different pointers. I got 3 ideas and tips for how you can apply the front post double crochet, so that way you can know some different patterns and some different ways to incorporate it into your works. So until next time, happy crafting!